Hello guys, hope you guys are doing well. And today's class is continuation of MySQL to our last session, and this is class 2 of MySQL Python. In this section, we are going to talk about insert operation, adding a record to the table. Right. The insert into statements is used to add a record to the table. In Python, we can mention the format specifier is percentage %s in places of values. We provide the actual values in the form of tuple in the execute method of the cursor. Let's check out the code, and so open a Jupyter notebook, and this is our Python training session file, and here we go for insert statement, and this is header, right, and so I'll copy the code from the previous one where we use the import and connection string till cursor. Right, I have copied this from here. It's on my connection dot cursor. Here we need SQL is equal to in codes. This is our statement. Insert into name, ID, salary, department ID, branch name, and here we have values is, so we use percentage s as a default value, and percentage s percentage s comma percentage s, right. This is our, so we have five columns, 1 2 3 4 5, so we have five s's there, and hit enter. We'll go for a next line, and the next line will be the row values are provided in the form of tuple, right. The val is equal to, this will be our values, and the name is John, and ID is 110, and the salary is $4,500, and the brand department ID is 201, and the branch name is Melbourne, right. Sorry. And now hit enter, and you go for try, and here inserting the values into the table. Now let's see how to cuts execute. So we have used this previously. execute, that's checking for this element, SQL comma val, right. So we need to execute these both two. SQL is our query and values are values, so we need to execute together. Now now we need to commit the transaction. So if we don't forget to commit the transaction, this is very important. My connection dot commit, right, then except my connect dot rollback, it will be rollback. Now Then we go for a print her dot drop on dot comma record inserted. So after inserting, we need this message. Then we'll what we do is connection dot close. We'll close the connection. Is it clear? Right. Shall I execute to the query? Let's execute it. Right. Done. So what we have the answer? One rows inserted. Let's check in our database. So what do we have here? Insert, select. So we'll go for it. Select all statement. Select statement. I'll execute this and see what we have. So we have John. ID 500. Salary is 4,500. What I have inserted. And you can check it here. All the records has been there, right? So now we'll check into a different thing, how to insert into a multiple insert multiple rows. We can also insert multiple rows at once using the Python script. The multiple rows are mentioned as a list of various tuples. Each element of the list is treated as one particular row, whereas each element of the tuple is treated as one particular column value attribute. Right. So in our before example, we have created a single value. Now we try to create a multiple values at one transaction. So is it possible? Yes, of course it is possible. Let's check this out in our code, and we need the last example code as it is. So I'll copy that code and multiple, right, insert multiple rows and 2 3. I'll paste the previous code till here is okay, right? I need to insert a different code. So here I'll insert 102 4,600 and department is 201. Okay, I'll take it Melbourne. Here what we got to do is we have to take this in our square brackets, right? It's under square bracket. Now I'll use comma and I'll enter David comma 103 comma 2,500 is salary and branch salary branch ID will be 02 and the what is the other one, the branch name, and the branch name, what do you want me to use? Shall I use let's say London, and I'll enter one more record and that is Nick, and 104 is ID and $7,000 is salary per annum and 201 is the branch ID and the Melbourne is the city. Then we go for a try, insert the values to the table, insert the right, execute. Here we got to change this part to execute. What do we have? So I hit the tab button and you can see it here. We have what options are available in Python. So we have execute many. Whenever you are executing many, then use many, execute many, right? And after that we have a connection.commit, right, except records my connection rollback print record inserted successfully. Records, multiple records inserted successfully. Multiple records inserted successfully, right? This will be our message, and then connection should be closed. Let's execute this and see what will happen. Execute. So we have an error, invalid syntax. So there is spelling mistake somewhere here. So comma has been added twice. So I'll execute it here. So what do we have here? Three multiple rows inserted. Let's check in our database workbench. I'll click on that and I'll click on refresh. So we need to refresh it. And again refresh here. So what do we have? We have the new records has been entered. Right guys? Simple. Hope this might help you. Now we'll go for a read operation. What is a read operation? The select statements is used to read the values from the databases. We can restrict the output of a select query by using various clauses in SQL like where, limit, etc. Python provides the fetch all method returns the data stored inside the table in the form of rows. We can iterate the result to get the individual rows. In this section of the tutorial, we will extract the data from the database by using the Python script. We will also format the output to print it on the console. So we need to check out how we are going to do it. So read operation is nothing but a select operation. Alright guys, let's try the example. Let's go back to our Jupyter notebook and see how we are gonna do it. Okay, so I'll copy till connection. We don't need this, we don't need this code, we need the code here. Alright, so I'll copy it here. I will paste it. This is our read statement. Either three into right. So here read statement. I have copied the same database and now right now we need to try it. Okay, and here reading the employee data, right? Core dot execute now. Select star from employee. Let's let's check this out. Hmm. Now fetching the rows from the cursor object, right? And what would be the result? Result is equal to cursor dot fetch all. I need all. After that, printing the result. Now we go back for x in result. Print x except my current dot rollback. Now we'll close the connection. My dot close. Alright, let's execute the code. The query has been changed in this code. See? Now let's execute it. So we have a syntax error. So why we have a syntax error for I? So I for I. So I have used it this way. Let's accept. Right, this has to be have a tabbing. This has to be double tapped. And this has to be single tapped. Now I'll execute this code, and we have one more. Right now execute. problem here? Why we have a problem with the connection string unexpected indent? Unexpected indent. So database MIDB, yeah, that is the right one. Let's do one thing. We copied it from the last line of code. Mm, I'll copy it from here. All right. I'll go scroll it down and I'll paste it here. Paste. And let's execute this. Hmm, why? Am I missing something? Right. Oh, okay. All indents has been missed. Right. We go one back. It should be this one. Now this has been executed. This is the perfect code. So we have to be careful with that indent as well. So tab spacing, single tab wherever we need it. Right. We have for data John, David, Nick, and Johnson. You can see it here also. You have John, David, Nick, and Johnson, right? Excuse me. So this is the read operation, what we have learned. And next one is reading specific column. How to find the specific data from the table. This is our next task. We can read the specific columns by mentioning their instead of using star, right? So if you use directly star, it will display the complete data. If we are using particular column name, then that will display the particular data. Let's check that out. So we have used the star. Next, I'll copy this code and I'll go for next one, but I'll change the star to name, comma, ID, comma, salary. And let's execute this. Let's see what do we have here: name, ID, and salary. Right, simple as that. Right. Next one is fetch one method. What is fetch one method? The first fetch one method is used to fetch only one row from the table. The fetch one method returns the next row of the result set. Let's see that fetch one. Again, for that, we'll go back to Jupyter Node and we'll paste the same code what we have copied it for the last example. And just we need to change few things where we have fetch all. Instead of fetch all, we need dot. So let's press tab and we see fetch all, fetch any, fetch one, and so we are going to use fetch one instead of fetch all. That's it. Instead of star, yeah, we can use it for star. Okay, let's execute it. So what we have, fetch one. Now John, fetch one, fetch one, right? We have fetch one. This is way how fetch one is gonna be used. Next, formatting the results. We can format the results by iterating over the result produced by the fetch all or fetch one method of cursor object, since the result exists as the tuple objects which is not readable. Right. Let's let's try this. Check this out with the fetch all. This is a little bit different. So we are editing, formatting the result. Let's go back to Jupyter Notebook and see what we can do. This is a formatting result. right? So till connection is okay, and try reading the employee data and execute select. So I'll change it to name, comma, ID, comma, salary, right? Then fetching the result from the cursor object. Okay, fetch all. We have it right. Now here print. So what we do is what we need print name, ID, salary. Right? This is our print statement. Then from there for row mm, for row in result when print is percentage f percentage t percentage again t, and after quotation we use percentage of row of 0 comma row of 1 comma row of 2, right? So we have this. What is this? Right. Then we have accept, connection rollback, and connection close. Let's execute this piece of code. What do we have here? We have name, ID, and salary, and we have spaces there and sort of thing, right? Okay. Next is using where clause. We can restrict the result produced by the select statement by using the where clause. This will extract only those columns which satisfy the where condition. Now we'll try with an example which printing the names that start with J. Let's see, we have how many J's. So we have John and John. So we have two Johns, right? Let's try that. I'll copy and paste the same code again. So try is okay done. In try, what we do here in query, what we need where name like J. We're looking for a J and percentage. Fetch cuts, fetch all is okay, and print name and salary. So I'll hold this and let's execute this. So we have a uh, read statement in line 1. Okay, let's execute that. We have a error in J. Select star from. Okay, I think I have done something wrong here. So we don't need this and we need a single quote here. Paste this. Let's do this. So we have the where name like J, right? What we can do here is we'll alter it little bit in a different way. Printing the results. I'll copy that here. Printing the result. I'll copy that. So instead of star, I'll take name, ID, and salary. Let's execute. So we have name, which are like starting with J, which are like J, starting with J, percentage later on, right? This is how the where clause is gonna be. Ordering the results. Order by clause is used to order the result. Hmm. Let's check out with the same example by order by name or order by something. What I do is I'll copy the last example code and I'll paste it here order by, and this one should be order by, right? And now where, instead of where, so we are taking from employee order by name, order by name, right? This is the thing. The rest are the same, so we don't have to change anything, just execute the code. Just we have changed the query order by name A B C D E F G J J N N N. If I change it to order by ID, then C 102, 103, 104, and 1010. This is the scenario. All right. Order by des, descending order. The order results in the decreasing order of a particular column. So it's simple. So let's check in the code. So we'll copy the last example code and I'll copy that and I'll paste it here and order by DESC. Order by ID. So I'll say DESC. That's it. Rest is same. So what we have descending. So if I remove the DESC, see what will happen. So we have 102, 103, 104, and 1010. If we add the ESC, what we have 1010 in a descending order. Right, guys. So this will be the end of this today's session. Hope you guys enjoyed my session and understood all the concept what we have discussed today. If you have any doubts, feel free to contact me. And the more you practice, the more you learn. And practice with the different scenarios. And let me know if you have any problems. Take care. Join you next session. And next session will be our last session of MySQL Python. So after that, we need to move to some other topics. Right? All right, guys. Take care. Bye bye.